Uno mas.
Hello there, stragglers.
Hello.
We're back.
We're back indeed. Last episode, we were talking about like how every major company is supposed something shitty as hell.
Yeah.
And obviously this has to do with fucking Israel and all that shit.
Yeah, like I literally made the joke, like, boycott this place for supporting Israel. Meanwhile, they're gonna be like, well, I'm having Chick-fil-A for dinner tonight.
Let me just say this. I love how, like, it's the same people who are boycotting is, like, the same people who are, like, making fun of, like, Republicans who, like, who used to boycott everything, like, saying, like, you guys actually think that boycotting is gonna work? And then now they themselves are boycotting shit, too? Like, wow, it's just like, you guys are just both the same, pretty much.
Yeah, you're both equally terrible.
You're both equally fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And I know people out there who are like, oh, you're fucking
centrist!
Like, yeah,
no,
this shit.
I'm not even centrist, I just hate all of it.
Yeah, I see why people hate centrists, I guess.
No, it's because, like, remember, let's just, like, the problem is that we have been, even though the father of our country said, hey, let's not do this, we've had to have two parties, and that literally caused division, and literally we had a civil war. So,
yes, exactly.
Yeah. And they just want us to have a black or white, like, thing. That's the problem. It's just you need to be on one side or the other. There's no gray. You cannot be in a gray area. You have to either be on one or the other. You're either with them or against them. Like, there's no, like, gray. Even though everything in life is mostly gray.
Yeah.
So it's just how it is. And that's why people literally, it's literally a thing that people are just so, like, divided now. People are literally scared we're gonna have a second Civil War. Civil War 2, baby.
Yep. Can't fucking wait. It's been long awaited.
The long-awaited sequel just dropped.
Hey, wake up, they're having another Civil War. I'm so glad I'm disabled. So I don't have to fucking risk my life for dumbasses. Just cause they can't, like, fucking agree on, like, such simple fucking issues. I mean, I guess some of them are, fucking nothing issues. I mean, nothing's really, like, a big major issue, it's just people make it one.
I'd say the A word's a pretty big issue, but I'm not gonna say that word out loud, because I know everyone feels so strongly about it.
Yeah.
That's the big one, the big A word. Everyone goes absolutely bonkers over.
Yeah.
Religion.
People are entitled to their opinions.
Yes. But there's just, like, small things that people just, like, blow away to have a proportion.
All I will say is, no matter what, I think people should just be in charge of their bodies and have their own choice. And that's it. I don't know why we have to, like, have guys, like, older men who don't have to experience, like, certain things of womanhood make decisions for women. Like, it just kind of seems backwards. Oh yeah, just let the old, rich white guys who lived in, like, some of the worst times for women make decisions for them. Like, you remember the fucking 1950s and how, like, some women had to actually, like, kill their husbands because they were getting abused so much back then?
Yeah, because it was legal back then. I literally found out, like, the idea of a husband sexually assaulting his wife wasn't a thing till, like, a few decades ago, and that's just crazy.
Yeah.
You just they were like, well, they're married, so automatic consent is always a yes.
It's fucking insanity.
Yeah. it's not like.
But yeah, I guess like it's a fucking old fox out there. Like men are getting, you know, weaker and weaker. So I guess that's part of it.
Yeah, they think there's just like. This is just like with every culture that it's just like women have just to always be inferior in every possible way, and men just have to just oversee like everything they do. It just happens with every culture, and they think we're just so divided in culture, but literally there's just a lot of consistency that that we have to basically put a leash on women.
Yeah.
You will like.
I just think everyone should be treated equal.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I don't think that's such a hot take at all, to be honest. That anyone should get upset about. You know? But who knows?
Like, it's just why this, like, I just... It's just, like, with the thing with, like, when I watch, like, SVU and I see, like, some dumb shit, like, happen, and I'm like, dog, this is, like, the most realistic show I've ever seen. Because I feel like there's just, like, some stuff that just, decisions they make that just, well, not, like, the detectives, but, like, just the bad guys that are just, like, I'm like, yeah, this, I could totally see this happening in real life. And probably has. So, yeah, that was like one of the things. I was like, I'm gonna finally talk about the episodes I'd recommend, but during the podcast. But I've just been trying to find, and I was supposed to do a last session too, but I just keep not having an opportunity or like a good segue to do it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, so I don't want to be like, oh, I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
I kind of want the right moment to bring it up.
You would rather do them all in like one video?
I mean, I can continue in another video. I just, you know, I can pull my listeners.
Yeah, you could do like one or two each video, I guess. And then we could have a discussion about it.
Alright, we'll start then.
Give like our
I'll start with my honorable mentions, which are, I call them sagas. And if I say a random name, it's because they're like the main focus of the saga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just kind of give like a rundown because I will mention like these like names and then be like, who's that? So, mainly there's two main characters, Olivia and Elliot. Oh, and Olivia is the most well-known now, but like back in like the early seasons, it was mainly Elliot, but those two are like the main duo, you could say. So when I say Olivia, that's what I'm talking about. It was actually kind of one of the only like wholesome things I've seen like with Taylor was that she literally like named her cat Olivia after the character, and then the actress for Olivia got a cat and named her Karma, and I was like, oh, that's very wholesome. Even though I still don't like Taylor, but I thought it was pretty wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway. How do I word this so that it doesn't sound like out of context? Okay. So, first saga was, that I've mentioned, that I will bring as an honorable mention is this guy named William Lewis. He is an absolute psychopath who literally assaulted and murdered multiple women, and he somehow got away with all of it. And then they were investigating him, and then at the end of the episode, he kidnaps Olivia, and the entire episode she's like kidnapped, and everyone was like looking for her. He held her for like days. He assaulted her. It was absolutely insane. This dude was the definition of a monster. And I just gotta talk about like just, even though like she's like a normal person, it's just Olivia just goes through so much crap that you kind of like admire her just being like that. Like she's the child of a sexual assault, so she's grown up. She had to live with her estranged mother, who pretty much saw her as like a creation of like a horrible thing. So which he just took out on her. Very like messed up shit.
Yeah.
So, and then she dies. Her mom dies. Like, she never knew her. Well, that means she never even knew her father either. She didn't know until like much later on. What else? She was sexually assaulted twice. Technically, there was about to be a third time, but yeah, twice. She find out she had a brother. Then her brother dies, like much later on, and she literally like the last thing she told him was like never talk to her again. But fortunately, he didn't see that message though, so that was some clarity. But yeah, but for a while she was just so like guilt tripped about it. Yeah, so obviously, like I said, she was kidnapped. Actually, twice because William, Mr. Lewis over here, he literally escaped prison and kidnapped her again, and a child too, and it was very sick and twisted. But what else? Well, pretty much her best friend, like the only guy who was like looking out for her, Elliot, who I talked about, he leaves after 12 seasons, and he never said goodbye or anything. So just like imagine just your best friend just disappearing without another word. And you have to find out through basically your boss or someone you also call a friend just being like, yeah, they're gone. And it's like, yeah, it was very sad, and she was like so distraught over it too, just like losing someone you were so close with and without like even a goodbye or anything.
Yeah, just like me for real.
Yeah. So yeah, she's just like she just goes through just hardship after hardship. That's just like you just kind of admire, even though, but she's supposed to be like a normal person, and I've like seen like characters who are like supposed to be like so much stronger go through not as much, but she's still like a person who just goes through so much. So yeah, anyway. But she does also end up having a son that she adopts, and this is kind of messed up but also wholesome is she found him during a raid of people who were making CP. So it's like kind of messed up but kind of wholesome that she like rescued this little like this baby, and she just immediately just wanted to take care of him.
Yeah.
But she just found him in like one of the most like disturbing like places you could find. Like they weren't using him for like videos, but they just had the baby there. It was just so yeah. So this whole arc was just her going through the adoption process, and then them finding his biological mother, who was a drug addict and also a sex worker. But then she dies. She's literally mutilated and set on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then her dad's a trafficker. I mean, his dad's a trafficker. His name's Noah. His biological father was a trafficker.
Come on.
Yeah, that's his actual name.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I hate to interrupt you.
End of the episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Shut up. Bye.